I once heard Andrew Tate say this really well. He says, you and I can't make money. You and I can take other people's money in exchange for value. That's the piece that I added to it. And I know he meant that way, meaning you don't just go and club someone over the head and take their money.
Right.
The governments make money. They literally can print money. They can make money. You and I can't make it. All you and I can do with money is give value in exchange for money. And so then you start thinking, well, what are all the different ways I can take money from people in exchange for value? So money ignorance or financial ignorance keeps people broke and dependent. And that is what the opposition wants. The opposition wants humans to be dependent on them. Big government grows, pharma grows, technology grows, like the big social media platforms grow. The media companies grow when they fearmonger, when they are working you and taxing you, and they're hitting you with inflation, which is just another tax, by the way. And so when people are money ignorant, and the reason people get money ignorant, Leighton, is because they grow up in households that tells them go to school, get a job, and work and save. And so they're part of the workforce. That worked in the 50s, even in the 60s, possibly in the 70s. But now it's become a two-income household. Now the government has gotten so big and bloated that they're hitting you with social security tax, payroll tax. They're hitting you with inflations. They're hitting you with tax at the gas station. They're taxing the food that you buy, the products that you buy, the money that you make. They're taxing you at every level. When you put money into a bank, they hit you with so many fees and service fees, fees to take your money out, fees to put your money in, fees if you miss a little deadline for something. Basically, every dollar that you make is getting chomped up and eaten. The problem is most people see that happening. They're frustrated when that happens to them, but they don't know what to do about it because mom and dad never taught them money intelligence. And so they stayed money ignorant because the household was, well, you know, we don't talk about money around here. Money is not a conversation we bring up. It's rude to bring up conversations about money. When you have money conversations in the house, even if you are broke, if you just start learning about money and teaching your kids about money early on, then they are not afraid of money. They don't think that money is just for other people and not for everyone else. And so the reason people stay money ignorant is because they are told that money's bad, money's evil. We don't talk about money. It's rude to talk about money. No, it is okay to learn how money works. And the way money works, bro, is that the government makes money. That is part of the game of money. Money is a game. So you try and add value and get money is the first step. Trade your time for dollars. And then you try and leverage other people's time and energy to get money. And then you try and get passive income by seeing if you can create a course or a service online that you can sell around the clock, you know, to get money. And then you take some of the profits that you got and use financial discipline. Instead of buying shit that's out of your budget that you don't need, you invest it in housing, right? Everybody needs a place to live. You invest it in housing, and you can invest it in different funds where you can get 9, 10, 11, 12% interest back on every dollar that you put in there, right? So multi-unit, single unit houses, etc., apartments. Crypto is another great place to put money in right now. Precious metals are another place. There's Forex, but you have to study this stuff. All these words that I just threw out, multi-unit housing, you have to study. What is a fund? You have to study it, Google it, YouTube it. If you leave in the comments that, hey, I don't know what this stuff is, can you explain? If you are waiting for me to hand feed you, spoon feed you how money works and educate you, you are not my son, you are not my daughter. And so I will not do that. But what I will do is I will set out the crumbs for you to follow and understand what Forex is, how crypto works, how to buy in the trough and how to sell at the peak, how to figure out where the trough is in every industry, in housing, in precious metals, in stock, in crypto. Because when you're able to do that, then you realize, man, I've got money intelligence. And sometimes it is like gambling, right? I told you I lost about almost $500,000, or I will probably lose $500,000 because of this whole Forex and then a crypto situation that took place, and my money's going to disappear. But I don't take that as a kick in the shorts. I just go, hey, that's okay. I've still made millions throughout the year. And so I'm going to count that as a loss. I'm going to write it off on my taxes, and I'm still going to keep buying crypto now that it's in the trough for sure. And I do know that it's a long-term play. And that is how money works. As an immigrant to this country, as a foreigner to this country, I grew up in Section 8 housing. If you follow me, then you know this. Well, then how did I gain money intelligence? I decided that I was tired of being broke. I decided there's got to be a better way than just selling my time for dollars, right? When I was a personal trainer, I was literally selling my time for dollars. Next client, next client, next client. It's like, okay, now I've gotten a good reputation around this gym, so I can charge $10 more per session. So now my time is worth a little bit more, but I'm still selling my life away in exchange for time. That's when I decided that what if I can get a mentor? See, that's the answer. Mentors, books, and today social media channels that not necessarily show like the chick with the booty and the guy with the pecs and the cat videos. That's the shit you're following. Invest that same amount of time that you're wasting on these goofy memes on watching YouTube videos of how money works, because you have mentors available to you. You can watch Warren Buffett, Pat Bet-David, Andrew Tate, my content. I've got 209 episodes of The Empire Show that literally says how to build an empire, how to invest money, how to create businesses to create multiple income streams. Like, go back to YouTube, go back to the podcast platforms and watch all the Empire episodes that are absolutely free. It'll give you a PhD. The problem is most people are lazy. They want to just simply consume, they want to work, and they want to pay their taxes, and they want to be like the Joneses, and they feel the suffering, that the pain of being broke, that is going to stress their marriage. By the way, money issues is the number one factor why marriages fall apart. 50% divorce rate, and of the 50% that stay together, half of them hate each other, and it's probably about money, but they don't have the money to actually divorce.
Right.
How sad is that, bro? And so if you decide that, hey, I'm going to get mentors, and you're like, well, I can't afford a mentor right now. Like one of my personal training clients, Jim Franco, he was a rich millionaire, right? So I had a built-in mentor. While I was personally training him, I was getting advice from him by asking him questions. Well, now you can type in those questions into Google. You can type in those questions into YouTube and type in how to make money, Warren Buffett, how to create passive income streams, Pat Bet-David, and then just Charlie Munger, right? Charlie Munger on how money works. And Charlie Munger is Warren Buffett's business partner for like 60 years. Like, bro, and when you type that in to YouTube and you put their names in there, and then you watch the Empire Show, you get the mentorship, and you start making the passive income, then you go to the next step where you start getting a mentor in real life who can coach you and guide you, kind of like what we're doing here, like I do with my coaching client. Then all of a sudden you go from blue collar broke to white collar wealthy.